I always wondered when you were on those videos, was there like, did you have some goal in mind, or you just like, I just got asked to do this weird thing, I'll just fucking do it, or did you always want to kind of get a following of
I
some
never
sort?
wanted to do YouTube.
Okay.
I think I said that a lot. I want to stream. I want to be a strereamer.
Well, you were, right?
Well, I
for a while.
was.
we can get into that later.
Yeah.
It's not really much. There's not much to get into. That website fucking sucks anyway.
Fuck this fucking.
Yeah, fuck this fucking overly progressive losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
stream on Twitch.
there's a lot more to it. Than
Yeah,
that.
I know.
But obviously, I won't say it on camera. But yeah, that they owe me money. Like, so you know, fuck them. So no, they're alright. They're having a crack. But yeah, I wanted to be a streamer, and that was like where I started.
Well, I guess that it lines up more with kind of the MMO kind of sphere.
Well,
right?
yeah, I loved
yeah.
games, and I still played heaps of games, and I remember watching like Kriparian, if you know who that is.
Yep,
and,
I watched his Hearthstone.
like, yeah, and like because I watched him back in Diablo Day when I was heavy in Diablo, so I was like, oh, I just want to be a fucking streamer. Like, I'm great at these games. I could do better if I like committed.
I'll do anything for views.
Yeah, and then I did that, and then I started streaming, and then I kind of realized I didn't like playing video games on stream anymore, and then I was like, I'll do IRL, and then
I have a memory of clicking on one of your streams in the early days, and it said 0 viewers. Or it said 1, but you were still narrating like, "Hey guys,
God, what? There's nothing wrong with practicing.
I know, but it's just like
The
it's
worst
just
thing is
funny
you-
to like
yeah.
think about that as
very
like
cute.
as a moment in time compared to like now."
But you
where
click on like
we're
most
at.
streams that have like 2 views, and they are people just not talking because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, no,
Right.
no one's here, so I'm not going to
Right,
talk.
so
It's like,
that's,
oh, so
yeah, you didn't got what it takes. You gotta talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I was
Already made it.
I was basically doing what we're doing on Cold Ones. I was just getting drunk every night and like playing Mario Kart. And people, I don't know, for some reason, people love a really drunk guy playing Mario Kart.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
So that was like the first thing, and then I played some WoW, and I played some other games, and then I started. Then they brought out IRL, and then people like figured out there was apps on the phone. It was scuffed as.
yeah, I mean,
I was
it's still
like-
kind of
it's
a little
still
bit scuffed, but it's
yeah.
gotten a lot better.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, so you're telling me I can get paid to take my phone out in public, be a nuisance, and get drunk? And people were like, yeah, I'll donate to see that. And I was like, fucking say less. Say less.
I mean, yeah, that first wave of IRL content was
That was something.
well, it was something. It was definitely weird,
Yeah.
really weird
there,
time.
there hasn't been anything like it since, because it's like, I don't know.
It's
I know
the
if you guys
climate,
are the
yeah.
same, but with like videos and streaming, every time
Yeah.
you do something sort of innovating, because that's what it was at the time. It was like something new.
Yeah.
You have to one up yourself each time. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah,
a new
yeah.
thing. So
course.
that some people went down the wrong path, me being one of them. I know a couple other mates that went down the wrong path. They were like,
Well, I mean, the IRL in general at that time was kind of all about drinking and swatting, and then
Yeah.
trying to pick up girls or whatever. It was a
Yeah.
really weird time. It's cleaned up a lot, luckily.
yeah,
So
thankfully, yeah.
I'm someone who's not so in touch with like the streamer
Okay, yeah.
history.
This is a
Can
whole-
you break down what this era is for me, someone who doesn't know?
I mean, you pretty know better than me.
It was
observed all of it.
essentially an era where people like loved observing other people's life through a camera. It was just like Big Brother 2.0.
right.
But like, it was always degenerate.
But it had to be degenerate. Like it had to be, or else it wasn't going
People
to
wanted
climb.
the train wreck.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, they wanted to watch the
chance
train
to
wreck.
see something
Right.
fucked happen, and to pay for donations that are blasting out into a public space is another huge sort of thing.
And
Right.
like Ice Poseidon did like an RV trip, and I was on one of them, and it's just a fucking train wreck. They like find people on the streets, like not on the streets, but they find like fucked people on the internet, and they're like, oh, let's just bring this train wreck of a person with us on this RV, because you know it's going to go south, you know it's going to be content. Yeah, it's not morally right, but they're like, but money, so
Right.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother, but without like the whole vetting process.
Yeah.
It's like just get the just bring the fucking craziest
Someone paid
dude
off the
in.
guy.
Yeah. Let's
But
just bring him
obviously,
in.
now, because it was such a new thing, there was no rules for it. So you could
Yeah.
get away with doing stupid shit like that. But now there's obviously hard rules on
Terms of
each platform. You
services.
can't do it anymore. But people are still trying to capture that old essence of it. Sam Hyde's doing
the fish tank.
a fish tank. It's the same thing. He's got a bunch of live cameras in a house 24/7. The other day, there was just some guy jerking off on the couch. Like,
Yeah, that is definitely like early fucking Twitch days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is this kind of getting like a comeback from Kick? Because I've seen like articles every now and again. I don't know what's going
I
on.
think it's kind of like revital. I think a lot of those like IRL streamers from back in that period,
Yeah.
who were, as a result, banned off Twitch.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
Have
It's
now
good.
kind of like resurfaced
I
on
love
Kick
this.
because Kick, I feel like at least right now,
It's still
the
really new,
environment
right?
is kind of like just the Wild West.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it has to be because it's a new platform. They don't want to put all these
But-
rules in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the main problems though is that when you have like content like that, it has to be viewer funded.
Yeah.
Because you can't rely
Yeah.
on brands, right? And
Yeah,
when
yeah,
viewer
of
funded, we're talking about way less money.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why Twitch started like pulling the plug and stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
when
it
you
was
have
like,
to,
well, you're not
right?
making us more money than we'd make from running
Yeah.
an NVIDIA ad on the website
Yeah.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
So.
like what was that clip of that streamer in Japan who was just like making a nuisance of himself?
The guy
like,
lived in Japan for 8 years.
Oh,
Yeah, it
He
was like-
he was someone from
he was on-
Iceland.
yeah, he was on-
Oh, was he? I didn't know.
The stream, yeah.
Yeah, because
Suspenders.
What's his name?
I can't remember what his name is.
I don't
his
fucking
name.
Yeah, that's his username.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Suspend-
But yeah,
Yeah.
he was on. There was
got
like a clip of him on a train because you have like Texas.
He didn't.
I did an IRL stream in Japan, but I wasn't fucked. I didn't do text to speech in Japan because I know that is
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm in a foreign country. I did IRL streams, had a lot of fun there, but
Yeah.
you can do text to speech donations on the shoulder, which
Yeah.
I used to do. But he'd had no filters on it, so it was playing like all this scuff, like
You just
heavy
played like
bass.
Skrillex on
Yeah.
a train.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then just the thing that blew my mind is that he got in an altercation and then he'd been living there for 8 years and did
like,
not say a
"Speak
single.
English."
Yeah, he said speak fucking English. Like,
No,
why
the best part was like the suspenders was like speak fucking English, and then the Japanese guy was like speak fucking Japanese.
And the guy
It's like a total
and the
mode.
Japanese guy had like perfect English. Like he
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
American.
He said that in English. Yeah.
I was like, hang on, why could the Japanese guy speak better English than you?
But it's like such a pathetic existence to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like you're just like a sad live leak wannabe.
Listen,
like,
bro,
it's
I
just-
was like 1 week away from becoming that. So, come on, let him grind.
yeah, but I
It's funny to what? It's funny to what?
That's the redemption.
Let him
You've
go.
had
had
the
the
redemption.
redemption. How many people at the same time who went down that path would have had like turned it around? Like 0.1%.
No.
I didn't turn it around. I just got banned at a perfect time.
Do you think
Twitch, like, right? Shit.
do you think getting banned kind of like helped though? Kind of may help you figure out a better direction?
I think it was a sign from God.
I might have been. It might have been.
That's
That was
enough.
like an actual.
Yeah, I
Let me
mean,
help you out.
I mean, yeah, it was just like a point in my life where I was like, oh, okay, like I moved to Melbourne after that, and I had some other stuff I was doing, and then met Scott,
Yeah.
who does cool shirts. He's like the cool shirts
Hell
guy,
yeah.
and he like helped direct our videos and everything like that. And then he was like, oh, let's do a podcast. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? So we did a podcast, and then Max did one with me, and Max was like, oh, yeah, we did a full-time thing. And then COVID happened, like, oh, no more podcasts. And then now we do videos.
Which again was another like perfect thing because that was the only reason we stopped doing them really, and then started focusing on all the content that was supposed to be like the filler,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
now the main point
content.
And
Right.
you looked at Cold Ones, you would be like, this is like that's their main stuff.
Yeah.
But originally it was like it's.
I mean, there's
supposed to
only
be guest
so
episodes.
much as a podcast as we know as well that you can clickbait. There's only so many views you can get on like a 1 hour, 2 hour video. right?
Yeah.
Like, those 10-minute or 20-minute easy to digest videos with like really crazy
Right.
shit happening. It's way easier to reach a bigger audience. But obviously it's a different product, right? So
Yeah, it's a totally different time and content. So, how did the idea of Cold Ones like come about? Was it like Scott's idea, or was it just?
I mean, Scott, essentially was like, oh, I got this video idea where
We
I
like
really want to
drinking.
do. Because he wanted to do a video where we went on Fiverr and commissioned shirts. And then
Yeah.
we did that one. And then the next video idea was yours, where you're like, oh, the Fiverr shirt video. So, well, let's order a bunch of like shitty drinking games off Wish.
Yeah.
And then we did that. And
I
then
love
those
Wish
two videos
videos.
did so well. Like, we're like, why the fuck are we doing podcasts?
I do love milking
Didn't
Wish
we-
reviews.
Didn't we? What was? Didn't we get crack pipes or something?
Yeah,
Yes, you
from Wish.
did.
From Wish. That was
What
the-
was that? We got McDonald's bongs or something, and then didn't Wish tell us that there was a surge in sales for that
Yeah,
item or something? And then they were like, "We want to sponsor you,"
Yeah.
or something like that. 'Cause
So
that
I
shit
got there was a
yeah.
Wish house in LA. I don't know if you guys ever remember
What?
that. Yeah, there was
No.
it was a TikTok thing, like when
No.
TikTok. What? Google it.
fuck?
Wish
I
house.
know
Google
nothing
Wish
about
house.
What am I? Wait,
Who's got a
like
phone?
Make-A-Wish?
But there was no like Wish
Wish house.
Make a Wish house. In LA, they did like a Wish house, so they were sponsoring
Right.
YouTubers for Wish. And it was a little bit it was a little bit after our video, and then I got a contact with them, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I see this.
yeah, and I was like, oh hey, can you guys sponsor us? Because they started sponsoring a few people, and I don't think they've done it anymore. They never did it with us in the end
This is
because
the most generic
I think I
mention.
said something stupid to them.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, we really liked your video because of that. Like, our McDonald's bong had a really big surge, and we had
thank God.
And apparently all the drop shippers were making like new Wish things, like the McDonald's bongs on Wish and everything.
Do you think YouTubers are keeping Wish alive, like solely?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Because I feel like every YouTuber I know does Wish videos because they're just so fucking funny. Because everything on Wish is so scuffed.
yeah. That's the fucking whole like. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like fucking like mystery
great,
packages.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Is the Fiverr like stage still going?
Yeah, Fiverr's still
Oh
funny
yeah,
sometimes.
Fiverr's still
Well, Fiverr tried to clean up the website a lot. I don't know if you guys.
No, we noticed.
Yeah.
They sponsored us too for one thing, and then a second one, and they never paid us.
Yeah, they gave me a budget one time, and I remember they were like, "No, you just do what you want." And then I think as I was going through the video, they were kind of like looking at what I was ordering, and they were getting a bit nervous. They were like, "Hey, remember we said we could do what you want?"
Well, that definitely must have happened to ours then.
Well, yeah,
We had some
we
horrific.
got paid for the first one, and he was like, "Oh, maybe next time you can't do this," and I was like, "Fuck you."
Shut the fuck up.
I think I literally said to him on the call, "Fuck you." So,
Okay, I didn't say that.
but he didn't tell me not to do another video. So we did another video with the referral link. Never heard from him again. And then he got fired. And then he got fired.
Right.
We don't really care anyway. Obviously,
Yeah.
we want to make stuff that's funny.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
going to use your website.
Well, I know-
we
I know-
don't
yeah,
need
they-
to like sanitize the content just to get paid like a little bit on top.
Yeah, they tried to
Yeah,
rebrand
yeah.
the whole website to be more like professional, like
There's
focused.
so many scammers
Yeah,
on the
But there's
website.
They're all
yeah.
going to get fucking replaced by AI anyway.
I mean, half the
don't
shit,
think any-
half the shit on Fiverr is AI generated.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like it's only a matter of time before AI takes over like YouTube
Every-
content. I mean, have you seen like the Balenciaga memes that have been going
Yes,
those.
I love those.
around? Oh my
Yeah.
god!
They're so
Unironically,
good.
I love those, but
They're
at the
so
same time,
good.
it terrifies me because
Yeah.
I'm like, do you remember that trend where a YouTuber would just like take Reddit comments and just read them out, and they would get like millions of views?
We know a guy
yeah.
who lives right next to us, the office next to us, makes millions from it. So yes.
Yeah,
Reddit-
like
Reddit shit
it's
still,
only a
yes.
matter of time before you can just AI like a fucking.
Well,
script.
have you not like a lot of those true crime channels now?
That's
are
what he
all
got. Yeah, the true crime
AI
channel too,
voices.
yeah.
Have you noticed this?
Yeah, yeah.
I have not noticed that. no.
I think Cameo will be replaced by AI like eventually.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
You could-
entirely.
you could just
Yeah,
be-
we did a cameo video recently. The only good thing about it is we get a video with it, which is a bit hard to do with AI. But I was like, why don't we just fucking like use AI to do these voice actors' voices because they're not sending videos with us.
Yeah.
I think we're not far off being able to put anything you want into one all like encompassing tool that can because all the tools do exist already that can
You can make the
create
channel,
the
yeah.
whole video, mouse,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
There will eventually be a thing which is just like an app. You
That
can
just
put
does
it
it.
in,
Yeah, you're like-
make
Yeah,
this
yeah.
celebrity say this, and then that whole business for
Because you don't need it to be
washed
the
up
celebrity. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just someone who looks like Hank to say Among
Yes,
Us Man.
and
It's
then,
like, yeah.
and then these celebrities where that's like their secondary income because they used to do a famous show but they're not really getting paid any royalties now.
Yeah.
And they live off this. I think that's just going to be slowly phased out and replaced, and they're going to have to
Jeez.
I've noticed that
get a real job.
I started watching some channels that had like get a real job, like drink on a podcast, like get a real job.